So we've looked at the Hydor filter, a couple of videos we've done of that. Today we're actually going to tear it down. It's been running for over a month now, I believe. I'll have to check the actual time here and get that in the rest of this video. But I want to show you right here. This is the inlet to the filter. So you can see it's dealing with some pretty heavy debris here, and it's going to be real interesting to see how well it dealt with that when we get it tore down. So we'll get to that a little bit later today and show you what we found. So here's where the Hydor has been running since January 8th, so about a month and a half now. And as you can hear, it's just as quiet as can possibly be. And I do notice, I had mentioned I wasn't really keen on these clear hoses. They're not going to be clear very long. They don't really look too much like algae, although algae can be any number of colors. It looks more like a bacteria, kind of that orange bacteria film color. So I'm not sure exactly why they chose clear hoses. And I had a comment from one of the viewers that he'd had a problem with algae growing in his hoses. So that might be something you'd want to consider upgrading after a while. Now, unfortunately, I didn't measure the flow when I first started this thing up, but it certainly doesn't look like it's diminished at all. It's going to be real interesting to see what the internals look like. You've seen what it's been feeding from, so could be quite a bit of crap on those filters, the foam filters. And we're going to hope that not much got past that. So we'll find out here in a moment. We'll get this baby shut down and tore apart and see what it looks like. Okay, so we've got the filter out now and starting to disassemble. You can see the crap on the intake. Let me move that out here in the light and get a little better view. So you can see the kind of stuff it was putting up with. It's pretty cruddy, to say the least. So there's a little bit more stuff than I was hoping to see up here on the top of the filter. Might have been my expectations were a little unreasonable given the amount of crud we were feeding it. But anyway, there it is. We'll go ahead and start pulling these trays out and see how much worse it looks or better as we get deeper into this thing. So there's a little debris on the media, but not too bad. It'll be real easy to wash that off. I don't think any harm has been done, but let's see what the next tray looks like. So here's the second tray, and it's looking a little dirtier. Again, I don't think it's going to be any problem if you were to, if you did have a dirty tank, maybe turtles or something like that. That might be comparable to my koi. If you maintained it probably once a month, I don't think you'd have any real issues getting rid of this stuff before it really started harming the biohome. And sure enough, the deeper we go, the worse it gets. But once again, I think this will rinse off pretty easily. So the top of the medium foam really looks about the same as that bottom tray at biohome. About the same amount of stuff that came through there. You can see we've got a pretty healthy colony of rotifers going on in here. And after dumping virtually all the water, you can see we got a little bit of sludge down there in the bottom. And again, a whole mess of rotifers, just having the time of their life down there. They sure like to attach to all these plastic stuff. I see the same thing in my koi pond filters, and they're hard as heck to get off. Well, we'll see if we can get most of them over there. So now let's tear that foam apart and see what we got there. So here's the empty mechanical tray, and you can see quite a bit of crap in there for sure. Here's the bottom of the coarse foam, and it's taking the brunt of it, although it'd be a long time before that rascal really got completely plugged up for sure. And here's the bottom of the medium foam. So we'll snake that fine foam out here in a second, see what it looks like. Now, I may have mentioned this before, but I think it's such a good idea I'm going to mention it again. I like these little plant baskets, 10 by 10 baskets, about 6 inches high, I guess. They don't cost a whole lot. You can get them at just about any kind of home improvement shop that sells anything for plants. And what that allows you to do is just take your tray of biofilm out and dump it in there, and that allows it to spread out real nice. And then you can take that, assuming you had a big enough tub, which it doesn't look like I do, but you can just swish that around in your tank water. I got bigger tubs that I could use for this. It would have been a little more convenient, but as you can see, within just a couple seconds, the stuff looks like it's brand new. So, pretty easy deal. That gets there's still a little bit here I need to work on a little bit more, but hopefully that'll give you the idea. So those are real handy. Well, actually, yeah, if I'd have filled the bucket up a little more, I'd have been in business. So maybe I'll do that for the rest of these rascals. Okay, so let us see what our fine foam looks like. Our little spacer, that's interesting here. You can definitely see that the fine foam collected quite a bit of really fine stuff, but obviously there was still more to be had. I wonder what the bottom of this is going to look like. I'll bet it'll be a bit of a mess. Yeah, it didn't look that bad. It's kind of interesting that so much of that accumulated on the top. Don't really know what to make of that exactly. But anyway, there we can see how our mechanical filtration held up. Obviously caught a lot of stuff. A fair bit got through. I don't think anything got by too much by the sides of these because they fit in there fairly tight. Probably a little bit did, but not much. So anyway, it's certainly a nice little filter in my humble opinion. I ran some 406s testing foam filter for quite a while, and the flue balls, and the little rinky-dink trays didn't impress me a whole lot, and they were pretty loose. Everything was pretty loosey-goosey about that thing, so it bypassed quite a bit of stuff. I think I like this a lot better. There, we've gotten some more tank water, so now I've got myself a real media cleaning machine. I just run that back and forth like that, and I think in no time, that's pretty clean media. Yeah, I don't see any more crud on that at all. Looks just like it did when I put it in there, which is exactly what I was hoping for. So most people bring out their foam filters in the tank water as well. You can get most of the crap out of there that way, but I've always advocated using a high pressure spray to to get it as clean as possible. Now in the past, I'd said I wasn't really concerned about wiping out the bacteria there, and that's really true. But I would be concerned about actually spraying it with chlorinated water, so that can be an issue. But here, fortunately, I've got a large charcoal filter on my incoming water, because I use RO water in the house for drinking and cooking, as well as I have RO units on the pond and on my quarantine tank. So I've got to get the chlorine out to avoid wiping out those RO units. So I can hook up my hose to my house water and fire away on this baby, and hopefully get her just as clean as new. And we'll soon find out here. Give me a second to get my hose going. Now here I have a very high pressure stream, and you can see it's cleaning that up pretty nicely. I'm going to wring it out a few times, but that does a Jim Dandy job, so you might consider that. We rinsed out the tray in the tank water and got it pretty clean. There's a couple of rotifer shells still stuck on there, but they're not really going to hurt anything. We'll sterilize the heck out of this thing before we put it up for sale, but obviously that's as clean as you'd need to get it for your routine maintenance, I believe. And so we'll put this baby back together. And there, we've got that tray all put back together, and it looks, I think, just like it did when we put this thing together for the first time. So I'm not going to bore you or myself going through the other two trays, because I'm going to have to thoroughly clean this up in a way you wouldn't want to do. We'll sterilize this media and all of the other parts of this thing, and that's going to take me some time to do, and then we'll get it up for sale on our site under a special section, and hopefully somebody will get them a real nice filter for a pretty decent price. Okay, so I'm hoping you enjoyed this. Love to hear any comments you have about the Hydor or this whole crazy process. And so until next time, happy fish keeping.